Hey Leo, Kayla, Sarah here. Hope you guys are well. Let's get stuck into your bonus love reads for you and them for money. And these are for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Leo. Right, these are specifically for those of you that have got someone in mind and you just want to know either where you stand or what's going on or what their general energy is surrounding this connection. It may not resonate for every single one of you, but it's still worth me doing these spreads because sometimes the advice that comes out, even if just snippets of it resonate, is still worth it in the end. Okay, so let's get stuck in Leo. Let's check out the person who Leo's dealing with. I've got the past card here. Leo's energy. Priorities for Leo. Let's add some romance angels for whoever you're dealing with. 2 there. Wedding and release an ex. And for the Leo, couple for the Leo, please. Deception and religious factors. Okay. Let's add some extra clarification on this. And then we'll get stuck in. So, their energy that Leo's dealing with. I've got the 3 of Cups reversed. The Sun reversed. The World and the Star reversed. Because I've got so major arcana there, I'm just going to add one more. The Magician reversed. Again, keep going for their energy. Temperance reversed. Oh my God. Whoever you're dealing with is going through some major changes at the moment, Leo. The Knight of Wands in the reverse. Okay. Okay. I get what's going on here. Right, Leo's energy. What Leo's going through. So I've got the Page of Wands reversed with the 9 of Cups. I've got the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. The Ace of Cups. One more, please, for Leo. The Ace of Swords. Okay, so how do they, whoever you're dealing with, how do they feel about Leo? The 7 of Wands reversed. And how does Leo feel about them? The Emperor reversed. Okay. So I've got those signs, but some of you could be dealing with, I've got strong fire energy here. I've got like Aries, Leo and Sag all in the major arcana showing up. So quite a few of you could be dealing with other fire signs. But I've also got a bit of earth here going on as well. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Right then, let's get stuck in. So whoever it is that you're dealing with, let's start with them. So I've got here releasing an ex and the wedding card. And sometimes this can mean either like a long-term commitment, you know, a family unit or a literal marriage. And it seems like someone's trying to release it. So if you are the ex, it seems like whoever you're dealing with could be trying to release you. And I've got the past, and the past speaks of, you know, learning from the past, you know, in order to move on in the future. And I've got this situation here where the energy of whoever you're dealing with, you know, like I say, this will resonate for some of you, not. Some of you have already had suspicions about this. But I'm going to have to go with it. So I've got a lot of majors here, and basically what that's saying to me is there's a massive change going on. So we look to the minors to find out what the massive change is that's going on here, okay? Seems like someone has had quite a nasty habit of entering themselves into third-party situations while in a commitment. And that's what's changing. That's what's changing. They are sick and tired of fooling around and not being able to manifest what they really want, you know what I mean? And I'm starting to wonder, has, you know, Leo been dealing with someone here who's had quite a nasty habit of this for quite some time, and they're trying to end that habit. They're trying to get out of that habit of doing that. But even the thing is, whoever you're dealing with is very pessimistic. Very pessimistic. There's a lot of inconsistency. It's almost as if, put it like this, you know, if you've got an ex who cheated on you quite a lot, this person doesn't want to do that anymore, but they also don't want to continue with the Leo from what I'm seeing, because they don't want to hurt the Leo anymore. And for others who you'd be dealing with just don't want to get caught, you know, in case it does hurt the Leo. That's kind of how this is coming across. I mean, I can't really read these two in any other way. Surrounded by all the majors, yeah. This is someone who's been having, you know, this is an unmutual card. This has not been on the same page with someone. So this tells me that this has been extremely casual sex. This has not been an emotional connection. This has not been any mutual emotions with anyone. This has literally been somebody who's just got a sex problem, from what I can gather, that they are trying to put a solid end to. They don't want to do that anymore. And I'm starting to wonder, you know, if this is an ex, then yeah, it makes sense. This person's trying to release what they did, clear their energy. You may not get an apology from this person because they are considered still inconsistent because they're still working on themselves. But in how they feel about you, they've already given up, which is not very nice energy. If anything, it feels narcissistic because I'm seeing no remorse, really. Like I say, I doubt any of you are going to get an apology for this, which tells me, you know, it does feel a little bit narcissistic and sociopathic. You know what I mean? Not considering someone else's feelings. It's almost like this person, if they're going to quit dabbling the way that they have, yeah, they don't want to hurt whoever they're with anymore, but they also aren't necessarily doing it to refrain from continuing hurting it. It's almost like they're doing it just because they're fed up. It's like they're quitting this just because they're fed up themselves. You know what I mean? I don't know where I'm getting this from, but for some of you, you've got an ex who has been shagging around and they've been passing an STD round, and that's why they're quitting. That's why they're trying to knock the nail on the coffin with this habit of theirs. So some of you need to get your son down to the gum clinic, to the gynae clinic, and get tested. I'm being told that's more so for those that have already got suspicions. If you're noticing something's wrong, get your son to a clinic. Anyway, on Leo's side, well, yeah, I see Leo having enough as well, if I'm honest. So, Leo, you've been putting your priorities first. You've been trying to detach from this situation completely. You know, I've got deception here. You realise that this person wasn't being straight with you and that they do have issues that you probably can't really help them out with. And with the religious factors card, it's spiritual path. I think you have delved down the route of mentality to say, right, okay, that clearly wasn't meant to be, so I'm not going to dwell on it. I'm just going to move on. And I feel like that's exactly what you need to do. Like I say, we're a bit pissed off because we've got no remorse from this person, no apology or anything. So yes, that's pissed you off. But at the same time, I see that you've put a complete stop to this. You're sick of dealing with someone's ego. You're sick of dealing with their bullshit. And I just see you working extremely hard on yourself, making yourself happy, dealing with your own priorities. And I think through that process, that's why we've got new love coming in for you, Leo. And I think that whoever this person is, like it says on the leave them in the damn past. Leave them in the past. Because they're sure leaving you in the past. And how you feel about them? Well, yeah, the Emperor's reversed. This is someone highly controlling, highly narcissistic. You know, when they point the finger at you, they've got 3 pointers straight back at them. This is someone with double standards who says, you don't do this, you don't do this, you don't do this. And behind the scenes, they're doing everything they're telling you not to do. And it's taking the damn piss. And I just see Leo having enough of this shit now and saying, no, putting a stop to that. Your self-worth, your self-respect is worth so much more than this. And I've also got a few Leos that are treading on eggshells around an ex, or soon-to-be ex, dare I say it. Having to watch what you say, watch where you go, problems with social media, a lot of jealousy, a lot of bit biting, and, and again, the Emperor reversed, double standards. So everything you're being told that you can't do or shouldn't do, or anything you feel you shouldn't do, they're doing it anyway. A lot of you need to hear that. Like I say, it's very sort of, don't get me wrong, I haven't got the devil here, so it won't be considered toxic, but for the sheer fact that I've got the Emperor reverse, it's abusive, if not fucking toxic. It's still not good. We've still got this horrible energy of this major arcana in the reverse. It's still not good. This is somebody who lacks control with themselves and needs to control everyone else to overcompensate for the lack of control they have over their own actions. It's not good energy. And like I said, I've got fire energy all over this. The best advice here is your reality check, is to take the hint. If this is what you've been going through, where it's basically saying you need a new perception on exactly what real love is, because this ain't it. This ain't it. You have to fucking tread on eggshells around someone, then fuck no, it's not love. If they've cheated on you, then no, that's not love. If you know that they're fucking doing everything that they're telling you not to do, no, it's not fucking love. Don't give a shit. Don't give an absolute shit what you think. It's not love. It's control. And that's the Emperor in the reverse, dealing with control freak. So I think some of you just need to wake the fuck up, realise that you're worth so much more than this, leave the past in the past and continue moving on with your future and your priorities. For some of you, you've got priorities that are really standing out at this time energetically. And the feeling that I'm getting is that you've got bigger fish to fry, especially in terms of either looking for work or promotions. I don't know where this is coming from. At least one of you that I'm reading for, you've got a promotion coming up and you know you've got it coming up. And you know you've got to knuckle down, and there's no way you can walk into the workplace an emotional wreck because people rely on you. People need you. Don't fucking allow this to get to you to the point of no return. Priorities. Spirit's saying priorities, dead strong there. Okay, I'm going to have to leave it there, Leo. I do wish you guys all the best. Should anyone want personal, email is right there at the bottom of the screen, you guys. Also, you can get a personal version of this spread for just £1, as it says there. And I do clarify it a little bit more than that as well. So if you're interested, either drop me an email or click the link below in the description. In the meantime, though, I do wish you all the best, and I really do hope that if you are going through this, you find a way to get your son out of it, okay? A lot of you have got a lot of support around you that you probably don't even realise, you know. It's probably time to call up on that support, okay? You guys take care. Bye for now.